Who would you say one of the first customers you'd be able to remember? Obviously, we're not going to start naming names and stuff like that.
What, children or normal customers?
Probably normal customers. I mean, like any sort of like. So I remember actually a strange story. A guy. This is how hair loss can fuck you up, basically, and like it did with me, like it did with Annie. You know, like you suffer the same thing. I remember a guy coming in and he had a shaved head, and what he used to do every day was have a shave. Then he'd mix up the white of an egg, and he'd paint this white of an egg on his head.
Yes.
I am not fucking about.
Yeah, because he thought it was going to grow his hair back.
No, it wasn't about growing his hair back.
Stick the hair on.
Right, so he would shave, catch the shavings.
Oh,
this is 100%. So catch the shavings. He would put the white of an egg on his head, and then get his shavings and sprinkle them all over.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I literally looked at it and thought, that's a shaved head. But you wouldn't want to be next to him in June or July, do you know what I mean?
What, when it turned into an omelette?
yeah, that's it. But it looked amazing. But these are the extremes that
people go to some extremes
to hide their hair loss.
Yeah.
And I think that, especially from our point of view, because I went to extremes to hide my hair loss, Annie did as well.
Yeah.
I think that's the mix that we've got that a lot of people haven't, is that, you know, at the end of the day, we really do care about the experience that people have. But mainly, I think our feeling comes from empathy first.
Yeah.
And then it comes...
the fact that you felt it, felt it 100%. Here, haven't you?
I mean, there's one good thing about one of my ex-bosses that he always said to me, you know, so if you chase success, you don't chase money. If you chase success, and success, what follows success is money.
Yeah.
It'll follow it anyway. But if you go after the pound, then it's just
then you don't get it.
You're not going to get it. And I think my thinking always was, and Zig Ziglar always said this, if you help enough people get what they want, then those people will help get you what you want.
Very true. Yeah.
And that's the difference. So if you literally, you know, we've never been... I mean, Jesus, do you remember when we first started and, you know, the kids come in and we'd help anyone who's like, you know, little kids with cancer, and we'd do it all for free. Some days we'd give away more than we took.
Oh, God, yeah. A lot in the first couple of years.
And I remember thinking...
God help us.
Yeah, Annie, get your pebble out and start rubbing that, because this I just thought this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I remember, like, you'd have 3 or 4 little kids sent up from the children's hospital.
Yeah, and bless them.
And we used to give away a lot more than we actually took.
Yeah.
But you had to trust, you know,
trust in the universe.
Trust in the universe to do what it needs to do. And we've had so many amazing things happen.
We've got lovely customers.
Yeah, we had one customer come from another company, and I remember as we sort of buzzed him in, as he walked through in George Road. I remember as he's walked through, I've looked at the back of his head, and there's this big bit of blue on the back of his head, like just this massive piece of blue stuff there. So of course, when I got him in the consultation, I'm chatting him away and stuff like that, and I said, "Yeah, this is what we can do." Blah blah blah. I said, "What's that on the back of your head? You know, that blue." It was blue tack, and it was keeping his hair system down. He didn't have any glue or anything. I mean, you know, don't forget, we're going back to 2003.
Yeah.
So he literally had blue tack in the back of his head, and he said the company that he goes to wouldn't. Every time he had to go back, they wanted like another 30, 40 quid and stuff like that.
They wouldn't bond it back
down. So I think I just sent him up to you and you threw the blue tack down at me. But it is literally, I think that's the difference between us and a lot of other companies, is that we do, at the end of the day, give a fuck.
Oh, God, massively. Yeah.
And if you do, then you know, everything else sort of like follows along. But the laughs we've had, especially over the last 21 years.
Oh,
mad.
God.
I remember I hadn't been working for you for that long, and this isn't anything to do with a customer, but you went, "I'm just popping out for my lunch," and you'd gone up to the local, you were going away, and you went on a sunbed, and you came back, and you were like you'd been George Forbid. It was like
it was all the stripes,
and you just walked round to me and you went, "I've been on there for 12 minutes and you hadn't been on a sunbed for years." and you bent over and you pulled your trousers down and said, "Take a picture of this."
Yeah, and it was like a deck chair.
And a little mark down his arse. And you said because you're going to take them to court, and that was in the middle of everything else. So.
Christ almighty, that was good. I don't think I went back to that tanning place again, actually.
Well, geez,
I'm amazed you stayed only after seeing
I was
Pete's
horrified. When he bent forward, I could see what he was all about.
Which wasn't much.
No, I was really unimpressed, actually. Oh my god!
Yeah, she's always wanted me. There's literally loads.
Let me just drop that in.
I know, yeah. There's loads of stories. I could go through every year, and in terms of all the clients we helped and stuff like that. There's just so many.
The one I think that stuck out was the lady from Wales, and she got alopecia totalis. She's the picture in my room, my consultation room. Do you know who I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And
That's
she
it.
came in and she said, "Oh, I'll never probably have a partner. I'll never." And she was a beautiful looking girl, absolutely stunning. Looked like a bit like Gail Porter.
Yes.
Gorgeous hair on her and everything. And yet we did her hair, and you were at her wedding.
I know. That was
we've got a
amazing.
lot of those
I know.
those stories, though,
we've been
haven't we?
to, whereas these people have come in and thought that their time with the partner wasn't going to happen, and then suddenly they have a new lease of life and they build families and bring them back.
Yeah, I've had a guy come into me and he bought me in a bottle of champagne and he said, "Oh, this is for you, thank you." And I said, "Oh, thanks very much, stuff like that." He said, "Well, you're the reason why I'm having a child."
Yeah.
And I was like, "I haven't been near, missus. Absolutely not this one anyway." So yeah, I was like, "No, I've not done it." And he said, "No." He said, "So the day you did my hair, I would never have gone out." He said, "But the day you did my hair, I went out that night and I met my future wife."
Yeah, I've had loads of them.
And then now I'm having a child, and that's because of you.
Yeah.
And you just think,
Isn't that
literally,
lovely?
it's amazing that you don't realise the impact you have from doing one thing on someone.
No, you don't.
And then the way that impacts their life.
Well, that's because the amount of confidence it gives them. They get that confidence to go and meet people.
know.
Whereas before they'd lock themselves away
Yeah.
in their rooms. It's a shame. It's so sad.
I know it is, and I am glad literally the industry's come on so much, because what we had to deal with right at the start and stuff like that was embarrassing to say the least. But now there seems to be a lot, like you say, a lot more people, and there is some decent work getting thrown out, which is good to see. But there's still some crap stuff.
A lot of terrible stuff.
And it's just outrageous.
It's really funny.
I know, yeah, exactly.
But it's good for us because everybody else that messes up, we just get the clients.
Yeah.
Well, don't you find that a lot of the time we end up like almost being the fixers?
Always the fixers. Yeah. It's because we're the best.
And I like your confidence.
We are though.
And it is, well, the big thing is I think what a lot of people don't realise is the level, covered in dust, the level of this industry, especially of where it's come from you.
Oh.
That's the big thing. In terms of all the stylists that we've had work for us over a 21 period, 21-year period, I think we've had like 80, 90 people come through and work for us over a period of time.
Oh, that many.
And whether it's say 6 months or 12 months, and they were just passing through, we picked up a lot of messed up ones in their head, stuff like help them, sort of guide them, move them forward, stuff like that. But the ones that have gone on and stayed in this industry, they've learned their skills from you.
I know, yeah.
And actually, if you think of it like that, so one day when it's all over and stuff like that, when we get to stand in front of God,
God's looking after us,
exactly, when we stand there, you can actually say, well, actually, how many lives we have between the three of us? How many lives we've changed, not just through Optima, but from where other people have gone on and then they've gone on.
Yeah.
And I think you don't.
It's all come from us,
deserve.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
No, you should literally, because the work you do has been just it's been next level sort of thing.
Definitely, they've learned from the best.
I feel very humble.
Yeah, you should be very proud of what you've
I
done.
am very proud, to be fair.